welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be the personality archetype of Scott Peterson, the family annihilator. To me, Chris Watts and Scott Peterson and Alec Murdaugh all cut from the same cloth. Familicide or family annihilator. So let's see what more we can get out of this winning personality, shall we? All right. I've said my attunement prayer. I'm going to be using the archetype section of the Kim Krans Wild Unknown archetype deck. And tarot, I'm going to be using Whispers of the Unsolved, and my clarifying tokens. Alrighty. Alright, Spirit. Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. So I got 4 cards that came out when I was attempting to shuffle. I was going to put them back in. And then I look. And I'm like, okay, no, this is what they want me to say or to talk about. We've got the Lover. This speaks to that romantic side of Scott. So, yeah, we've got that charming man, loves to take you out on dates, rubs your feet. Oh, honey, can I draw you a bath? All that kind of crap. Oh, anyway, so this is one of his personality archetypes that he shows his girlfriends, his wife, the people that he's intimate with. The one. Playing that role of, the forever man. This is I found the one kind of thing. And this really goes together. These two go together. And this also points to his narcissism. How, he's, like, in his head, he's the man. And I'm sure the way his parents and sisters are, too, towards him, they are totally in support of his innocence. And it just gave me a little insight into he's the boy that can do no wrong. And then we have the Queen. This is actually representing what he attracted. He attracted Lacey. He made her feel, at least at the beginning, that she was queen. And that's what he does with all of his love interests. And I say that even loosely because I don't think that man can really feel actual love. I don't think he's capable of that. And then we have, last but not least, the Destroyer, the family annihilator. I don't need to say any more about that, I don't think. Okay. Cool. So we're clear on who we're talking about here. All right. Let's get a look into Scott as a dear boy. Oh, makes me And for some reason, I've been dropping cards, like, as soon as I was preparing for this video. Everything that I touch, I drop. And I don't know why, if that is significant in this reading. It may not be, but it might be. I won't know until the end. I'm just voicing that now, in case it comes up. All right. Okay, Spirit. Give us 5 cards that represent Scott's childhood, or a portion of Scott's childhood. Ace of Swords, mental clarity. Well, this is about truth and vision. So it's saying, okay, we'll tell you the truth about the beginning of his childhood. So we've got the Two of Cups, and this is a loving card. This is like a unified partnership, love, connection, close bonds, mutual respect, and attraction. This is, to me, depicting his parents' relationship and how they wanted to raise him by example. So, you know, they were, from what I'm seeing here so far, they had a really tight bond, and Scott grew up getting that drilled into his head that that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to grow up, get a career, find a pretty girl to settle down with, and have a family, and be that family man. And well, we'll get to why he doesn't want that, but that was where he got that perfect image in his head of a marriage. Six of Cups. His childhood, was filled with joy and pleasure, and he's got very happy memories of that time. His parents were very, like, comforting towards him. Yeah, first steps, choosing a path, Two of Wands. Future planning. So this is, let's say, this represents teenagehood. You know, where he's asking to start thinking about what he wants to do with his life. So he's about to choose a path. He's having lots of fun with his friends. He's having lots of fun being a ladies' man, being that attractive, popular guy. He's getting a lot of attention. And I think that this is where he starts to like this attention. And the idea of maybe settling down isn't very fun for him. I think he likes the variety of women that he was surrounded by. And I think that this man child is getting developed right here. He likes being an adult, being able to do what he wants to do. But the responsibility part, not so much. Knight of Cups, the romantic knight. Yeah. Charming, idealistic, handsome, graceful. And that is what he's showing to the world at this point. So there's not too much or any at all abuse in his childhood. I don't see anything nefarious that would explain why he turned out the way he did. So let's look at what happened there. How did he go from, this life to being a family annihilator? Okay, Spirit, please tell us how he became the family annihilator that he became. Temperance. This is about having self-control. So at this point, he has a lot of control still in the relationship. This is probably before Lacey got pregnant. So he's still feeling like he's in control, playing that role as a new husband. Lacey is a beautiful, perfect girl to settle down with. You can't get a sweeter, more present, more caring, pretty woman. I really, man, he did not know what he had. Oh, yeah, okay. Lacey gets pregnant. This is signifying the pregnancy of Lacey, the Empress. Okay. And she's so excited. She's so excited. Yeah, she's got so many ideas for Connor. She's got so many ideas for the room, like his nursery. She's got so many ideas for his whole life, I'm feeling the joy that she felt, and I've never had kids, so this is incredible to feel this. It's literally the rest of her life was ahead of her. So what happened? What happened with Scott? Interesting that this isn't reversed. Wheel of Fortune. So the universe is in control right now. Unexpected events happen. It's a turning point. But normally, when it's in reverse, it's bad, but this is upright. But what this is saying is the universe doesn't see it as good or bad. The universe sees it as just events that need to unfold, unfortunately. So this is marking that change. Yeah. So then we've got the Eight of Swords, which is a self-imposed prison. This is what Scott was feeling. He was feeling trapped. He was feeling like his power was getting taken away, that he was no longer in control. Because the universe was in control. And he's starting to get negative thoughts. Whether these negative thoughts are about, getting rid of Lacey and Connor, I don't know. But at least his mind's wandering places it should not be. Whether that's with other women or with his plans, I can't be sure. Or it could be both, really. Because I'm almost certain he was kind of, before Amber, at least looking around. I don't think a guy like that just all of a sudden decides, okay, I'm gonna start philandering around. I hope you heard me. I just said that. Philandering around. Okay, so Page of Swords fell out. And this is mental agility and relentlessness. So, and you see her kind of looking out in the distance. That's Scott looking to see what their options are for him. Here we go. Justice in reverse, dishonesty. This is where he really starts to lie. And he becomes very unfair to Lacey. And he's ready to move on. He's really unfulfilled from this marriage with her. He does not want... Interesting. We have a lot of pages here. This is representing Lacey. She was completely innocent in this. And she was 8 months pregnant. She was so consumed by the upcoming birth and being so pregnant. I don't think she was feeling very well around that time, She'd be ready to burst. So she wasn't seeing the signs. She wasn't, and it's no fault of hers, she was just consumed with her state, and rightfully so, as she should have been. And she's just persevering until the birth. That's all she is focused on. She's planning and she's waiting to give birth. Then Scott gets his idea. At this point, this is signifying him and Amber's relationship, if you want to even call it that. Him and Amber's big lie. And I'm not blaming Amber. Don't take that I am, because that poor woman, she's just as much a victim as Lacey was and Connor. New material offer. Let's get a token on that, because I'm not 100%. 52, we got a jack-o'-lantern. Protection from evil spirits. So, this signifies Amber and Scott's getting together. This signifies Scott's evil plan that Lacey needed protection from. Okay. Interesting. We've got another page. I think we have all of the pages here. And then we've got the Two of Pentacles. Weird. So, the Page of Pentacles is about manifestation. So he's starting to get the inner workings of the plan together in his head. Two of Pentacles upright. And this is choices and decisions and weighing his options. So these go together. Absolutely. These were literally him thinking about, what am I going to do? I don't want a family. I'm just so stupid, because what he told Amber about, I don't need kids of my own, your kid's enough. That poor girl, she was going to end up just like Lacey, I swear, if she had actually, you know, if he would have gotten away with this and they actually would have gotten together. She would have been absolutely swimming with the fishes too. And I say that with as much respect as I didn't mean to sound crass or anything. Sometimes I'm a little sarcastic. Okay, so then we have the World. And this is integration. This is him seeing the bigger picture. And that's him free from his family. He's also feeling like he's got a sense of belonging, which is weird. Because you would think you would have a sense of belonging with your family, with your child. But no. He's getting more of a sense of belonging as he's conjuring this evil plan up. It's almost like, yeah, like this is my zone that I thrive in. The Devil. And this is where he lets his attachments, his desires, his obsessions, his toxic energy, and his shadow self in full gear. He has fully submitted to his dark side. Ugh. The one time I don't like seeing the sun. That's how he was feeling. He was actually feeling positivity in this state, which is a perverted sense of positivity because it's ruled by negative emotions, negative energy. So it's not real positivity. It's completely perverted. So, and then this is him trying to move himself away from what he did. Six of Swords. And the swords have represented him the whole time. All right. Let's get some whispers. Justice and karma. He did get his justice. Only he's now trying to fight it, which is absolutely just proves my point about what type of person he really is. Embezzlement. Well, okay, so embezzlement and treason. So I know that there was no financial crimes or anything like that with this case. But he was, okay, so he's a liar. We know that he's a liar. This is what that's representing. This is representing him taking out all of that cash and putting it in that go bag when they caught him at the border of the Mexican border. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. So that is what this is representing. I'm just focusing more on the picture. Stashing money in his jacket. Neighborhood. Yep, there was a big neighborhood search. People thought that she was abducted from the neighborhood, but that was not true. Royalty, interesting. And then we got the Queen earlier. Okay, let's get more info on the Queen and royalty. Some tokens. Okay, I got 4 of them, so 102. Accelerated movement ahead. Okay. So accelerated movement ahead. And then we've got 105. Heavenly protection. $95. Awaken your senses. Free and open discourse. $78. Oh my God. Okay. This is absolutely Lacey. Because, she is the queen in the kingdom of heaven. She has always been protected. This was going to happen regardless. That's what I'm getting with this accelerated movement. I'm feeling like this was part of her soul contract. And that this is a message from her higher self. And that she's free. She's free. And she fulfilled her soul contract. And maybe that is, she needed to be the one to provoke Scott into doing this so he wasn't like a serial offender. She sacrificed herself, and her son also sacrificed himself, so that this man would get put behind bars forever. And she is not gonna let him get out. Because it's karma. It's not just justice. It's justice here on the earthly plane, but it's karma where Lacey is. And that's the part that really matters. Not saying that justice isn't important here on the earthly plane. That's not what I'm saying, but it runs out, right? People die. But when they cross over, just because they serve time on this planet does not mean that they won't have to fulfill their end of the karma. And yeah. Oh, I've got freaking goosebumps. Can you guys see that? See my goosebumps? Anyway. Sometimes this happens. I get really, really chilled when I connect sometimes. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to leave it there because that's a really beautiful, sad but beautiful sign from her. And I don't want to dampen it with more of Scott's shit. So I'm going to leave it there. And I will be back with the next video. We're going to be doing a mediumship. I'm just checking my list over here. We're going to be doing a mediumship with Lacey and Connor. So we'll be able to tap into her again. All right. I hope you guys have a very great morning. It's not even light here yet. And I will see you next time. Bye.